Hello guys. I'm here today to talk about being a true friend or a godly friend. Basically, I had to write down everything the verse Proverbs 18 verse 24. So it says, a man that had friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Other brothers or other sisters who could talk me over when I do something wrong. But I had aunties and uncles who obviously correct me when I go wrong. But most especially friends have been the most important part, like one of the most important parts of my life, aspects of my life. So friends affected me negatively and also positively. But most importantly, I've had like friends who I can call like my elder brothers, and always been there for me, and most especially I've got like two more special friends, that has been like my god brothers. There's one called DJ, and he's called Daryl, but his nickname is DJ, and the other guy is called Dustin, and he's a boy. Anyway, these two guys have been like a great you know great men in my life, so they've actually changed my life a lot. They actually made me to see the real meaning of friends. So while I was down, while I was hurt, these guys were there for me. Physically, they were there for me. Financially, these guys were there for me. I can't really explain to you how much these guys have played a great part in my life, you know, and most especially spiritually. Like they built me up spiritually. I used to be a guy, like just going to church, back when I was in Cameroon, my homeland. I used to go to church. Obviously, my parents would say, "Oh, go to church." Yeah, I go to church. But I didn't really know God, You get what I mean? Like, I didn't really know God, like, deeply, Because obviously I read the Bible, but I didn't really get, like, the revelation from the Bible. I just read the Bible because I want to read, because I was asked to read. But when I got to England, man, oh, my God, I can't explain to you the fire that got into me. Like, I was arrested by the Holy Spirit. That's a good arrest. It's not like this kind of arrest where like the cops come into you and arrest you and put you in the prison, behind bars. No, that's not that kind of arrest. This one is like an arrest with joy. Like, you feel free. It's like freedom. It's not like being behind bars like physically. But trust me, this really changed my life. So these guys have been there for me, always into the way, like, you know, the way of the wall again. Like, you're out of the wall. So now you're living by the ways and by the desires of the spirit, not by the desires of the world, by the flesh. You don't live by the flesh anymore. You live by the desires of the spirit. And the second one was like a true friend should correct you appropriately, you know, when you go wrong. That's very important aspect as well. There's some friends that pick on you, they will claim us like, they're good friends, at the beginning, but after some time, when you do something wrong, instead of them like correcting you, they're gonna like picking on you, gossiping behind your back or things like that. But I've had these two guys that have always been there for me. I've had horrible friends, trust me. I've had horrible friends. But these two guys have been there for me. Whenever I go wrong, they tell me, like, into my face, they tell me, "Oh, bro, you did this, you did that. That wasn't good. Like, this is how you should have done this." That's what we call friendship, bro. That's what we call friendship. And I really encourage everyone out there, to do the same. Like, if you have a problem, with your friends, or you see your friend in a problem, instead of you like going at the back and stabbing him, it's better to call him, call him privately, to a calm area, just speak some sense into him. you know he might be on the right. You never know, if something went wrong, and you might be thinking, oh, this guy is on the wrong, but he might be on the right. At the end of the day, like, you never know. And it's just like, having a good dialogue with him, and you get to know what's the problem. And because people are going through a lot, you never know what someone is going through in life until you speak to this person. Like, good communication is very important. And the last one should, like, a good friend should direct you on the right path, or on a good track. It's very, very important. If you have a friend who is not spiritually strong, bro, telling you, like, no matter how spiritually strong you are, like, if you always hang out with these friends that are not spiritually strong, like that know Christ as the way you do, they're gonna pull you down into the mud. Like, they're gonna draw you into the mud, because when you're saved by Christ, it's like He took you out of the mud. Because, like, when you're stuck in the mud, like, like when, like, back in my country, like when it's rainy, like you're walking on the road, and the bad roads, and there's like a swamp, and there's a lot of mud, like you're walking, and you like get stuck into the mud. Like, when you get born again, it's like some, like, Christ taking you out of that mud, like for you to move freely on a good path. Like, but it's never easy. Like, when you get saved, it's never easy. Like, you just think, oh, I'm safe now. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, I'm in Christ. Everything's gonna move on well. Nothing's gonna move on well for you. Like, things are gonna move on well, but it's gonna be tough. Don't think it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough. Like, you're gonna meet have so much challenges. Like, in life, so much challenges. I can't tell you how many times I've been tempted. Like, tempted. Like, the devil comes with all sorts of distractions. To stop me from what I want to do. Like, for my work, for God. Like, He has tried every single means, but I'm standing here today to tell you guys that He hasn't succeeded, and He's never going to succeed. And it's the same with your life. Like, it all depends on what you do with your life. And yeah. And being a good friend, and has really, this topic has actually taught me a lesson. I mean, the way my friends, these two guys, I've told you about the way they treated me while I was down, while I was like, when I didn't have nothing at all. The way they treated me actually made me feel, blessed to have people like them. And I've just learned from that, like, to treat others, to treat my other friends the same way, and to treat them most especially, like, even more than the way they ever treated me. And every other person I meet, by the way, it doesn't have to be my friend. You don't have to be just my friend, you know, for me to help you. Like, it doesn't matter. Everyone, we are all brothers and sisters, We come from the same kingdom. Our Father, who is the King of kings and the Lord of lords, He's the King, the ruler of all this world. I mean, like, and if you know, and He says in His word that we are His children. And what does that mean? You are a king if you're a male. You're a prince, sorry, if you're male, and if you're a female, you're a princess. I am a prince. That's why on Facebook or whatever social media I'm on there, I, 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 I put myself as a prince. I call myself Prince Clover. People might say, "Oh, you're not Prince." Most of my friends have called me, and they ask me, like, "Why did you put your name as Prince? You're not Prince. Come on, like, that's not your name." I said, "I'm a prince because I know who I am. You know, I am a spirit living in a body, possessing a soul. Like, I've got a soul in me, but the real me is the spirit that is in me, the spirit of God that is in me, and that is who I am. So because I know that, and I believe I'm a prince, and I'm gonna let the whole world know I am a prince, and I'm letting you know you are a prince, you are a princess. So let no one try to talk you out and say, "Oh yeah, you don't look good. You're not this. You're not good enough." Because they are not in control of your life. They are not in control of your life. So you just stay blessed. Thank you.